Today's world is very complicated, and almost every day we witness catastrophes, disasters, human tragedies. Some of them are of a natural character, be them earthquakes, volcano eruptions, floods, but many of them are so-called man-made disasters. First and foremost, armed conflicts. Since the beginning of the existence of human race, we are always willing to help, to assist our sisters and brothers in such situations. And it was sufficient to have goodwill, to be willing and able to assist others, to be prompted by humanitarian ideals and a desire to bring relief to those who suffer. Today's, in this very complex world, it's not sufficient to have goodwill only and exclusively. We have to be professionals. The humanitarian sector in the world is composed of more than 700,000 of humanitarian workers who are well prepared to carry out humanitarian action. Network on Humanitarian Action, the so-called NOHA, is today composed of 12 European universities, the aim of which is professionalization of humanitarian sector by short-term training programs and by long-term education. And our main activity is the program, the master's program on humanitarian action. It is the joint master's, the full joint master's program that lasts 2 years.
Within the consortium of Network of Humanitarian Action, you have a chance to study not only at the University of Warsaw, but also to move in your second and first semester to other universities in Europe or outside Europe. No matter at what university you start your studies in humanitarian action, always the beginning is here in Warsaw. Because in Warsaw we start with the intensive program of humanitarian action. Each year, intensive program is focused on different issues, but always we try to introduce our students to the main concepts of humanitarian action and to give them opportunity to meet representatives of the main stakeholders. So each year we have guests from European Commission, from United Nations, from Save the Children, from Médecins Sans Frontières, and from other international organizations like, for example, International Committee of the Red Cross. What is also very crucial that in our studies we try to combine the analytical approach, theoretical approach to humanitarian action with more practical one. And you can see this from the very beginning of your studies. For example, during the intensive program we have so-called simulation exercise. And in recent years, during the simulation exercise, our students in the field were taught how to behave, for example, in situation of sniper attack, how to behave when you are attacked by dogs, or, for example, how to pass through security checks in the situation of an armed conflict. We have a guaranteed number of internships in European Commission. So you have a really great possibilities to gain this field experience during your studies.
I was lucky to work for humanitarian organizations already. So I have some experience from a mission in Sierra Leone and in Ukraine. And indeed, in humanitarian action, most things are about experience. But for sure, it's not everything. There are specific things which you need some theoretical input. There are approaches which you need to know. And therefore, I choose to make this master study in international humanitarian studies.
The Master's Studies in Humanitarian Action offered by the University of Warsaw are part of the NOHA Joint Master Program. The admission process is operated by NOHA Consortium. It usually starts around mid-November each year and lasts until mid-March the following year. All application must be made online via NOHA website. The NOHA Consortium has a pre-selection procedure based on the fulfilling formal requirements by the applicants. The candidates must have completed a good level first or second cycle degree and should be able to present proof of language proficiency in English. Selection criteria includes motivation, academic qualification, language skills, as well as research and professional experience. NOHA values practical experience in the area of humanitarian action. However, having such experience is not a formal requirement. If you are interested in joining the master's study in humanitarian action, please consult our website to learn more about participation fee and documentation needed to apply.